I do this yoga series every night before bed. It helps calm my nervous system and slip into a deep and restful sleep. You can do these poses on a mat, or you could even do it on your bed. When I was struggling with postpartum depression and anxiety, I would often lay awake in bed for hours, and sleep is really something that I struggled with, and doing these yoga poses and stretches before bed was a key part of my strategy to get better sleep. By the end of the day, my mind is often spinning with my mental load of things that I have to do, so I find it helpful to write them down so I don't have to keep trying to remember them. Starting in any comfortable seated position, you can be on your bed or your mat. If it helps you find more length and avoid rounding out in your lower back, you can sit on a block or a pillow. Let's bring our hands to our ribs and big inhale through our nose. Expanding all around, and exhale through the mouth. Again. One last time. And sigh out, letting any tension go. Good. Let's come to all fours. We can round out, moving into cat pose. And on your inhale, tipping your tailbone up, looking up. Exhale, moving back and forth with your breath. Coming to a neutral spine, let's walk our hands forward into puppy pose. Walking your hands out, armpits reach down towards the ground. Let's walk our hands over to one side for a nice side stretch, ballooning out through your side body. Then walking our hands over to the other side. Walking our hands back in again. Let's start taking some hip circles. And then you can bring your shoulders in it for body circles. You might feel a little bit silly. Move however feels good. Let's go the other way, starting with hip circles the other direction. And then you can bring your chest and even your head into it. Good, we can come back to a neutral spine. Let's shift into a seated position. You can bring one leg out. Let's take a gentle side stretch here. Steady breaths. On an inhale, let's come up. We can switch to the other side. Good. Coming up. Let's take both feet wide apart now. And just another gentle stretch here. If it feels good, you can move back and forth. Let's bring our feet in now. Let's move up onto our knees. We can bring one foot forward into a kneeling lunge here, shifting your hips forward. Let's tuck our tailbone under. You can stay high here or bring one hand down to your mat or to the bed. An option to bend your back knee here for a quad stretch. Gently releasing your back foot. On an exhale, keeping your core engaged. Let's shift to the other side. Again, feel free to stay sitting tall here, or you can move down if that feels good. If you've got your back foot, gently release. Exhale, coming up. Let's move back to all fours. From here, we can tuck our toes, pressing into downward dog, keeping lots of length in your spine. If your legs are bent, that's absolutely okay. And if it feels good, you can pedal out through your heels. Reach both heels down towards the mat now. It doesn't matter if they touch. On your next exhale, dropping back down to your knees. If it feels okay, let's keep our toes tucked. We'll shift back to a seated position here. We can clasp our elbows or our hands, keeping your ribs pulled in. Let's open up through our chest, looking up. If your hands are clasped, you can lift them up and away. Also feeling a nice stretch through the bottoms of your feet. Exhale, engage your core, come up. Let's round out the other way. Good, releasing out. If you have diastasis recti, we're gonna do a thoracic twist on all fours. You can thread the needle under. If you don't have diastasis recti and it's safe, we can get down onto the bed or the mat, bringing one leg up and twisting over for a reclining twist. So wherever you are, steady breaths. On an exhale, we can move out of the pose, either bringing our knees up or bringing our hand up and then switching to the other side. exhale, engage your core to come back up again. If you're on hands and knees, you can get down on your side, and we can find our way to Shavasana here. Palms facing up. Let's pull our shoulder blades down underneath us, and you can walk your feet out, finding a little bit more length in your spine. Let's take a big inhale in. Sighing out. Again. Letting your whole body feel heavy on the mat or the bed. Scanning your body from head to toe, relaxing all your muscles, especially the muscles of your face and jaw, your pelvic floor, your feet and your hands.
I will read some bedtime affirmations. I allow myself to rest now. I am deserving of rest. I am exactly where I need to be. I am loved. My children feel my deep love for them. We are safe. I am the perfect mother for my children.
Feel free to stay resting here, or you can wiggle your fingers and toes, stretch your fingers and toes in opposite directions. And if you'd like, you can roll over onto one side, going back up to a seated position. Namaste.